It survived the vacuum of space. Verified radiation that would kill you in seconds. Temperatures colder than Antarctica and hotter than boiling water. It can live without food for 30 years, without water for decades. Scientists call it indestructible. But what if it's not indestructible? It's actually immortal. And everything you thought you knew about life is about to change. A tardigrade is smaller than the period at the end of this sentence, 1/2 a millimeter. Official organisms that are literally invisible to the human eye. Yet these microscopic animals have conquered every environment on Earth. The peaks of Mount Everest, the depths of the Mariana Trench, tropical rainforests, Antarctic ice sheets, they're everywhere, which means they might be on you right now. In 1773, a German pastor named Johann Goes looked through his microscope and discovered something official science had never seen before. A tiny creature that looked like a shrunken bear. He called it Kleiner Wasserbeer, little water bear. For 250 years, scientists have tried to kill them. They've failed every single time. This isn't speculation. This is verified history. Here's where the numbers become insane. Tardigrades survive at -272 degrees Celsius, 1 degree above absolute zero. They survive at +150 degrees Celsius. They withstand crushing pressures 6,000 times the normal atmospheric pressure. They absorb radiation levels 1,000 times higher than what would kill a human instantly. But here's the crazy part. They don't just survive these conditions, they thrive in them. In 2007, the European Space Agency launched tardigrades into orbit aboard the Photon M3 spacecraft. For 10 full days, they were exposed to the vacuum of space, cosmic radiation, and ultraviolet light that would destroy human DNA in minutes. When they returned to Earth, scientists added water. The tardigrades didn't just wake up, they started walking, they started eating, they reproduced. This is not theory. This is official documented proof. Did the official space evidence just blow your mind? If you're seeing nature in a completely new way right now, hit that like button. It signals the algorithm that this content matters. Now, here's the mind-bending question. How do tardigrades do it? How does an organism survive conditions that should be impossible? The answer is a process called cryptobiosis. And what scientists discovered about it in 2024 changes everything. When a tardigrade senses that conditions are becoming deadly, it doesn't fight, it doesn't run. Instead, it stops living. The creature retracts its 8 legs, expels nearly all water from its body, going from 85% water to less than 1%. Then it curls into a tiny ball called a ton. In this state, its metabolism drops to 0.01% of normal. It's not dead, but it's not alive either. It exists in between worlds. In January 2024, scientists made a discovery that had eluded research for centuries. They found the trigger, an amino acid called cysteine acts as an environmental sensor. When free radicals from cellular stress oxidize the cysteine molecule, it activates the entire survival response. The tardigrade doesn't just react to danger, it senses danger at the molecular level and responds by pausing time itself. This rarefied mechanism was published in PLOS ONE. So why does NASA care about tiny water bears? Because tardigrade proteins are being used to develop treatments for human space travel. Scientists are working to incorporate DSUP proteins, the tardigrade's protective proteins, into human cells. Imagine astronauts who could survive extreme radiation. Humans prepared for deep space missions lasting years. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is official, ongoing research at Stanford and MIT. Tardigrades have survived 5 mass extinction events. Every other complex animal on Earth has been wiped out multiple times. Not tardigrades. During the Chicxulub impact that killed 99% of all species, tardigrades survived. During the Permian extinction, they survived. They were on Earth when dinosaurs walked. They'll probably be here long after humans are gone. They are, quite literally, the ultimate survivors. But the most important application might be medical. Tardigrade proteins are being tested in cancer treatment protocols. The way tardigrades protect their DNA during radiation exposure shows researchers new ways to shield human cells from damage. Biotech companies are developing medicines inspired by cryptobiosis. This is verified ongoing research that could save millions of lives. Nature's immortal creature, teaching us how to protect our own. The key is trehalose. This sugar acts like a protective glass around the tardigrade's DNA and proteins. During cryptobiosis, trehalose replaces water molecules, forming what scientists call vitrification, basically turning the cell into a solid glass state. DNA can't break in this state. Proteins can't denature. It's official biological armor. This mechanism, verified in multiple peer-reviewed studies, is revolutionizing how we think about cellular protection. Here's what's strange. Tardigrades aren't immortal in the traditional sense. They can die, they age, they get sick. But their aging process is profoundly different from ours. They can pause it, reset it. They can exist in suspended animation for decades, wake up unchanged. This redefines what we thought immortality meant. It's not never dying, it's choosing when to live. Consider this in your backyard right now. In moss or soil, tardigrades are surviving conditions that would obliterate any human. They're living in a state of biological consciousness we're only beginning to understand. They've been doing this for 500 million years. They'll keep doing it for millions more. Nature created these creatures as a proof of concept that life is far more resilient than we ever imagined possible. The tardigrade shows us that evolution creates solutions we're only discovering now. But nature has other impossible creatures. In the next video, we explore an animal that literally cannot age. The immortal jellyfish, an organism that has found the key to reversing time itself. Subscribe now, because the greatest mysteries of biology are still hiding in Earth's oceans, and we're about to expose them.